Time for winning performance fueled by Gatorade. That's 27 minutes plus 44. That's really, really hard to do.
So he helped his team?
Yes. Yes. You might say it's a skill. Some might argue against that.
Yes,
some might argue against that, but I would say that.
Yes.
And he load managed. He played 27 minutes.
Yes,
that's how you load.
That is how you load manage, and that's how the Milwaukee Bucks have done it all year.
That's right. He's never
blowing people out.
Yeah, you blow people away and you can sit down.
That's right.
Giannis and the Bucks. See them tomorrow night on center court. Today they were in Charlotte. Oh, he's working them over. Working over Marvin Williams. Or Marvin Williams, excuse me, the former Hornet. Yeah, now that's what Harden was talking about. To me, that is a skill, but okay.
It looks like he's working over everybody who they have out there.
Also a skill, shooting. Got a lot of twins in this game. Brooke Lopez, Brooke and Robin both played. Look at Brooke putting on the deck.
Dribble.
On the floor.
And then Robin Lopez. All footwork.
That's footwork.
Robin.
Looks like the Lopez were doing some ball handling drills before the game.
On the other side, it's Cody Martin to Caleb Martin.
Brother to brother.
Twin to twin. It's a very confusing game if you're calling it. Giannis. Spins and one. Even if you don't appreciate the dunk part, how about the drive and the spin? Skills. Those are
really
skills.
Nice. Really nice.
Put it on the floor.
Too little.
Yep. 41. 20 rebounds, 6 assists.
But they were only plus 22 with him on the floor today.
I know. Really taking a step back. Bucks have now won 6 in a row, 20 of their last 22. But their streak of 100-plus point games ended today at 83. It's the third longest in NBA history. All-time record, 136 by the run-and-gun Denver Nuggets of the early 80s under Doug Moe. Brooke Lopez after the game on his MVP teammate.
This Charlotte team is scrappy on defense, forces a lot of turnovers. What allowed you all to overcome that and gut out this win?
Yeah, we just had to stay strong for the full 48 minutes. The Hornets, they played super hard. That's how they played, no matter who they had on the floor. They just kept going. And, they're a great team for that reason. And then we just had to keep trusting in one another.
Double teams on Giannis becoming a frequent thing, but that means that somebody else is open. How do you think that the team has responded to those defenses?
We do a good job of just continuing to move, continuing to trust and believe in one another. We know the other spots were going to be on the floor when Giannis or whoever is going to be double teamed. And so, you have to have faith in making that extra pass, and that guy's going to make a play.
Under the basket flip shot, 3 people holding you down. What's the secret to making that?
It's just touch. It's just touch.
Bucks still on the pace for a 70-win season, and then some with a 52-8 record right now. They're on pace to record the best plus-minus in NBA history on a per-game basis or a season basis. Are you more convinced that the Bucks are equipped to win the East than you were when the season began?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, what they've done is phenomenal. It's one of the best seasons anyone has ever put together, and those teams, the 70-win teams, there haven't been many of them, they, by and large, go on and win championships, other than the Warriors team who won the 73 and lost at the end, and they were in the finals and all the way to the end. You have to be a great team to do what Milwaukee's doing.
What have they shown you that you weren't sure about maybe at the start of the season after falling short last year?
That they can play any style that you throw at them. They have size with the Lopez brothers, obviously, and with Giannis. They can get up and down the floor and get in transition and run. They have shooting on the outside. If they want to play an inside game with your back to the basket, Brooke Lopez is still one of the best post-up players when he does get down inside. And then defensively, you just heard him talk about it. They're real scrappy, and they can defend. They have length. And so I think that and they handle their business night in and night out. So, this 52-8 record, it's been a dominant 52 wins that they've put together. When the teams that they're supposed to handle, they handle, and everybody else, they take care of business. They're able to rest their star player. He played 27 minutes on Friday night. In a big win against a pretty good team in OKC. So when you have all of those things together, and they're playing like they are, and the fact that Giannis is not concerned about being anybody's friend in the league, who likes him or doesn't like him. He goes out there and he goes at everybody who they put in front of him. And so that's why I like this team and the way they're looking going into the playoffs.
Well, whether he likes him or not, apparently James Harden does not appreciate Giannis's game the way a lot of folks do. You heard the interview that ESPN ran this week, which was recorded a little while ago, but basically saying he's unskilled. That's not a quote, but that's essentially what he said about Giannis's game, and that Harden said he had to actually learn how to play basketball as opposed to just, driving and dunking the ball. Well, what do you make of that? It's very unusual for an elite player to criticize another elite player in this league.
Well, I think his feelings are a little hurt because Giannis didn't pick him in the All-Star game when they were picking the team in the All-Star game, and he made the comment about, I wanted somebody on my team that's going to pass the ball.
Right.
And then in the last couple of years, the MVP voting, Harden probably felt like he should have been the MVP because of the offensive numbers that he's been able to put up. Giannis won it last year. And so, if you look at it, what he said, Giannis started playing basketball at a late age. And he doesn't look as smooth as some of the other players that you see around the league. But the bottom line is when you look at what he's doing and the numbers that he's putting up and how it's affecting his team, I think it's a little jealousy on James Harden's part, but I couldn't disagree with him more in terms of Giannis and trying to compare him or say that he's not as good a basketball player because he doesn't look smooth and he only dunks on people. Yeah, I would want to have somebody on my team.
Absolutely.
And I actually did play with somebody like that in Shaq, who took advantage of his size and his ability to shoot a high percentage.
Right. Well, the MVP vote is not a referendum on skills, right? It's effectiveness, and that criticism was levied against Shaq as well during his days of dominance. It doesn't really matter how you get it done. If you're that effective, you're that effective.
And he has been that effective. Look, to me, unless something drastically changes over the last 20-plus games here, there's not even an argument on this award.
Right.
I mean, they're 52-8. They're the best defensive team in the league. The guy's not even playing big minutes. They're blowing people out every night. He's the best player on the best team. He's putting up huge numbers. He's in the top 5 in the league, rebounding and scoring. Come on. There's no argument. And that's to take nothing away from James Harden or LeBron James or Luka Doncic or any of these guys. But I think anybody who's looking at it objectively knows there's no argument here. This should be a unanimous award.
No, it's a pretty easy choice at this point in the season. By the way, I wasn't texting people while you guys were talking. I was doing the math. They're now on a 71-win pace, the Milwaukee Bucks, with this 52nd win in 60 games. And you'll see more of the best team in the league tomorrow night on Center Court as they hit Miami. Coverage starts at 6:30 Eastern Time with the warm-up, and then it's Giannis, all his skills, and the Bucks taking on the Heat.